boy, it's just going to be a gravy train. You're just going to get paid for 7 months without working. The president has no authority to make that offer.
Virginia Democrat Senator Tim Kaine there pushing back against the Trump administration's offer to around 2 million federal workers to resign and be paid through September. Let's bring in Kathryn Watson, a politics reporter for CBS News Digital. Kathryn, great to have you here.
Thanks for being
What's
here.
your latest reporting tell you about this offer and whether it's actually going to be entertained by some federal workers?
Yeah, well, basically, federal workers got this email that they were completely not expecting, not only telling them to be back in the office 5 days a week, but saying that if they didn't want to do that, they could go ahead and simply defer their resignation. They would need to make a decision by February 6th as to whether they wanted to resign. They were told all they needed to do was simply reply to an email with the word resign, and it would become effective September 30th, that they would basically be able to receive pay and seemingly not work at most federal agencies. That obviously sparked a lot of confusion. There weren't really any clarifications as to the details of this offer. So that's something that federal agencies have been scrambling to get, that federal employees have been scrambling to get. But it's definitely created a lot of confusion. And I've spoken to some federal employment attorneys and that kind of thing to try to get some of these details sorted out.
So, Kathryn, when you spoke to those attorneys, what are some of the legal questions being raised about this proposal?
Yeah, well, as you heard Tim Kaine mention, it's really unclear as to whether the president, whether the White House, whether OPM, the Office of Personnel Management, can make this offer in the first place. But then, of course, there are concerns over whether federal employees will be guaranteed to get that money, right? It really isn't spelled out what kind of protections there are. Say a federal employee goes ahead and decides to submit their deferred resignation, if you will. It's really unclear as to whether they have protections to make sure they get paid. It's also a little unclear as to whether they can go back on that resignation if they do decide to offer it. So a lot of questions that are really unanswered here. Basically, one of the federal employment attorneys I spoke with today said, this really puts federal employees in a precarious situation, although this particular attorney said they understand that these federal workers don't know if they're going to have a job in 6 months, if it could be eliminated. So this offer is, potentially something to think about as well.
So what's the Trump administration's motivation here based on your reporting? Is it about trying to shrink the federal workforce by the end of the year? Is it part of a broader ideological project?
Yeah, certainly. Well, this is, if you will, kind of part of the return to work order that the president is instituting, that the federal government is instituting. But the White House has been really clear. They haven't shied away from the reality that they are trying to cut costs, that they are trying to shrink the size of the federal workforce. And they see this as just a really effective way to do it. If I can add to that, we have sourcing at CBS News that up to maybe 10% is kind of the estimate of federal employees might go ahead and do this deferred resignation. Of course, we're going to see what those numbers look like if this policy really does go through. And that's something agencies have been told to track, is how many employees are submitting these deferred resignations.
It certainly caused a stir. Just traveling around Northern Virginia in recent days on some stories, you can just hear from federal employees all of this concern about these new rules and these new proposals. It's disruptive, to say the least, for some of them. Appreciate your reporting. Kathryn Watson, come back soon. We will see you again with, I'm sure, a lot more to report on these executive orders.